I just third-wheeled on a date with a guy and his mom, and he exploded when I told him I wasn't staying the night. He was standing at his front door, blocking it, screaming at me while I held my overnight bag and just stared at him. This was supposed to be our first date. I'm 24, I drove 2 hours for this. We matched online about 6 weeks ago. He was sharp funny, the kind of guy who remembered you mentioned a song 3 weeks later. So when Ryan finally asked me on a real date, a hockey game 2 hours away, I said yes without thinking twice. He told me upfront that his mom, Carol, already had plans with him, and he wanted me to come along. I actually thought that was sweet. A man close to his mom, good sign. I packed an overnight bag. The plan was to stay at his place after the game so I wouldn't have to drive home at midnight, thoughtful, right? I pulled up excited. That's when it started unraveling. He met me in the parking lot, and casually mentioned that his buddy Evan and Evan's girlfriend were also coming. Fine, but then came the seating explanation. He bought 3 tickets together, him, his mom, me. Then someone offered him 2 better seats closer to the ice, so he bought those 2, gave them to Evan, and left me in the original 3-seat section. Alone with people I met 20 minutes ago. On our first date, while he sat next to his mother in the upgrade. I smiled, I didn't say a word. Evan must have said something, because by the second period, Ryan and Carol came to sit with me. I told myself to let it go, and just enjoy the night. Then my phone buzzed. My mom, she was watching my dog Tucker, 12 years old, degenerative disc disease. His spine flares without warning. I've rushed him to the emergency vet more than once, overnight stays, Roman 4 fluids. When she texted that he was in real pain, I didn't panic. But I knew immediately. I wasn't staying the night. I pulled Ryan aside quietly after the period. Explained everything. Apologized, said I had to head home after the game. He looked straight at me and said, "It's just a dog you're saying." I actually thought he was joking, he wasn't. I told him Tucker had been with me through every hard stretch of my 20s. Bad breakups, job losses. Every dark season, Ryan told me I was overreacting. That my mom could handle it. That I was being dramatic. I stopped arguing, figured we'd talk calmly after the game. We didn't talk calmly. He argued the entire Uber ride back. Said I was ruining everything. Said he did everything right tonight. Got louder every single time I mentioned Tucker's name. We got to his place. I went to grab my bag. That's when he completely lost it, raised his voice in his own bedroom, told me I was wasting time just sitting there, told me if the dog mattered that much, I should just leave. Then he paused and said, "You could at least give me a back rub before you go." I picked up my bag, walked out. He rushed downstairs, got to the front door first, swung it open, still yelling, said he'd done everything for me tonight and I was throwing it back in his face. I walked to my car without a single word. 4 minutes down the road he called. Still not done, said the whole night was about me. That I was ungrateful. I thought about sitting with strangers while he sat next to his mom. I thought about the back rub comments. I thought about Tucker at home, hurting, waiting for me. I hung up and I just kept driving.